Hey guys, my name is Zach. I'm the founder, CEO, whatever you want to call it, of ZJCworship.com, a training resource designed to help you learn worship instruments and roles and to really help your church develop worship leaders and teams across your entire organization. Today I'm going to be talking about what piano should I buy? I get this question pretty frequently. People want to take the piano course and they're looking at it and they're like, okay, but I don't have a keyboard. What do I buy? I'm not going to give you specific brands, the same thing. I'm going to give you principles of what to look for. For context, I learned on a very old upright piano, and when people talk about, joking about the grandpa being like, I walked to school barefoot in the snow for 2 miles. I have a story, jokingly kind of like that with piano. I mean, the piano, the upright piano I learned on wasn't super in tune all the time. The ivory was literally coming off of many of the keys, so like it was stripped down to the wood. But it was a good piano to learn on. I'm very grateful for it, but it's just funny. And then from there, my mom had a Kurzweil, which I used after her for a little while. And then I recently bought a Mainstage 3 because I was ready to invest in piano as a worship leading instrument for me, as well as already what I was doing with acoustic. So what I recommend you're looking for, I really recommend 88 keys. Most keyboards will have this, but you want something that has good onboard sounds and also a MIDI option, a USB out or MIDI out, something that if you want to hook up Mainstage, you can, and it's not going to be difficult. You want something that plays well, and this is kind of harder to explain, but if you play piano long enough, you begin to recognize that pianos play differently. And this is true of instruments in general, but pianos, some of them have what's called weighted keys, and these are there's a little bit more heft, a little more weight to them. They feel more like playing on a grand piano. If you can find a keyboard with weighted keys, absolutely do it. Absolutely do it, because it will feel much better than one without weighted keys, and it will make it more easy for you to make it easier, I should say, for you to play a grand piano if you want to go that route. Grand pianos are expensive, but if you have access to one, that's great. I tend to find, for me, I actually prefer playing on a keyboard most of the time than a grand piano. I just feel like I have more freedom, and I can't really explain that so much. Some people have different perspectives on that, and that even comes from playing classical piano for 14 years. Yeah, I do like a good weighted keyboard probably more than a grand piano in most cases, but that's a judgment call. So you're looking for that. You're looking for something with, a working pedal. But really, the best way to get a feel for this is go into a guitar center, go into a music shop, and start playing the different pianos. And just even if you know like 1 or 2 chords and you go between them, you'll start to get a feel for what does the piano sound like, how does it play. You'll start to notice differences, and what you want to look for is how does it feel. And if you find something that feels good, like physically it feels, feels good to play, feels like it's easier to maneuver, that's what you're really looking for. And so that is what I would recommend. Honestly, for keyboards, you're going to be spending probably on average more than an acoustic. I've seen some pretty solid piano options for around like $650 to $1,000. The Mainstage 3 is kind of the high end. So, at the high end you're going to be spending $2,500 to $4,500, maybe even more. But you don't need to start there. And in fact, if you're just learning piano, I don't recommend you start there. I would really recommend that you start with something in kind of that $650,000, $1,000 range, where you ideally have weighted keys. Ideally, you would have something that plays reasonably well that you can learn on. And then if you're serious, you want to go more professional route, then you can spend more later on another instrument in that tier. So I hope that's helpful. If you like this video, subscribe, and help us spread the word that we're trying to help you and other worship leaders and teams just give you as many resources as possible to develop worship in your church. So thanks very much, and we'll see you soon.